Is back. We'll get our guys on the set in just a little bit, but first, a delight to be joined by the Commissioner, Rob Manfred. Thanks very much for joining us here on the show.
Happy to do it, Carl.
Appreciate you being here. All right, so this has been an interesting World Series, to say the least. We'll start with the strike zone and the calls that we saw the other night. And Jan Gomes there with Lance Barksdale, and he stands up, he said, so it's my fault. I'm curious where you fall on moving that automated strike zone. We had CC Sabathia, Mark Teixeira. Where do you fall on moving the automated strike zone forward?
Well, we are experimenting aggressively with the automated strike zone. We used it in the Atlantic League this year. Nice partnership with that group. We used it in the Arizona Fall League, where some of our best prospects play this fall. They're going to use it in minor league baseball next year. We want to make sure it's as good as it can possibly be. But I do think it's where the game's headed over the long haul.
Is it headed there next year? Like, what are the limitations in it that you guys aren't ready to put it forward?
Well, one of the big limitations right now is we are doing a technology overhaul that we think between this year and next year will materially improve the system. So we're at least a year away.
And that's your own group, right? That's
right.
That's
yes.
Okay,
yeah, it's baseball technology.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we're a year away on that. We've seen, and I'm trying to get the distinction in your mind between pace of play and length of game. These games, regular season, were a little longer, and we've had 2 4-hour games. How do you distinguish pace of play, length of game?
Yeah, I mean, length is just a time issue. Action in the game is the pace issue. Does it move along? If you have a lot of runs, you're going to have a longer game, but you might have plenty of action, and the pace may be pretty good. I think that it's incumbent upon us to focus on both of the issues. We want shorter games. We want to take the dead time out. But I also think that rule changes that promote action in the game. You know, we saw the first game here, a stolen base by each team in the first inning.
Right.
That's a great thing. That's action, and that's good for baseball.
All right, what are the rule changes that we might see next year?
Yeah, well, next year we know we're going to have 2. We know that we're going to change our rosters. So instead of having 25 all season long and 40 men in September, we're going to have 26 all year long and 28 in September. What's the reason for that? Our slowest, longest games are in September because of the availability of the extra pitchers. Second thing is we have the right to go to a 3-batter minimum for relief pitchers. Fan research shows one of the most unpopular things is mid-inning pitching changes. It would get rid of those changes. We have the right to do that.